So Drive was reintroduced into Season 13 of Overwatch, and with it came a brand new player title as well as some more credits. As you can see right here, a nice purplish color, and with it came a lot more difficult challenges. But just how difficult? Let's find out. So first we're gonna begin off by what is a drive. Drive was a new thing added in Season 12 of Overwatch, where they try to get players from unranked or basically quick play to play more competitive to get a sweet new title all around their name, like a nice little border. Last season was a nice red one, which I didn't really focus on, but this season there was a nice purplish bluish one, which was pretty cool looking. However, with that came a lot more difficult challenges, such as a lot more Smurfs. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some Smurfs in the game. Like me and my best friend, we ran a lot of matches, and the reason why I went from gold 1 or like gold 5 to silver, I believe 4, is because of a lot of Smurfs. You get a lot of games where people are just smurfing and trying to get those easy player titles, and it was not a fun experience. It was really painful. The second thing I want to cover is basically the team comms. In lower ranks there are no team comms. I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't heard a single person speak in lower comms, and that's the problem. There is no communication in the lower ranks. When you get higher up like platinum or diamond, you will get more competitive players. Now, this is another thing I want to touch up, is this. If you couldn't read that, that basically says the following. A member of your team has left the match. If you exit the match in the next 1 minute and 50 seconds, you will receive a loss and be penalized for leaving early. Now, this makes no sense. How are you going to let us suffer through this, us 4 players against a 5-man, just to receive a loss and a penalty in the end? Like, what you basically tell us is that the person leaves the match, and then we have to suffer through an entire minute and a half just to fail. Why not do something like this? For instance, the match just began, and the match said, okay, a person left, it's going to end in like 10 seconds, and then we receive no loss and no penalty. Like, why can't it be that for every single one? But what does this mean? Does that mean like you shouldn't play competitive? Does that mean you just lose? Is it all over for you? Well, maybe it is. Or is it really? Let me explain how they can make drives better. You shouldn't just give up a match just because you feel like you're gonna lose. Like, don't get me wrong, I won a match and then me and my friend would lose 3 and all our drive would be lost. However, we never gave up. Persistence is what got us through. Not only that, when we got so angry and got into so many losses, I think we went on an 8-loss streak and only a 1-win streak, and we really said, okay, we're gonna take a break and focus on our mental health first, because that is what comes first. If you feel like you can't win any matches, just calm down, take a break, drink some water, drink some coffee, just do something else for a while and then come back and focus on it later. It's not that difficult. But what can Overwatch do? Overwatch can make these rewards permanent. Like, cool, we get competitive play points to get that gold and jade weapon, but that's not enough. That is really not enough. They have to make the player titles at least permanent, because it doesn't help when you get these quick play warriors going over into competitive, working their ass off, and then just not get it permanently. Like, it sucks. Why want to have a reward that just ends the next season when you could have it permanently, you know? And that's why most people play quick play. They don't want to suffer through it just to get no reward out of it. They don't feel anything, and that's why I mainly stay on quick play. But what we can do is just hope that Overwatch listens and actually make these rewards permanent, because only then quick play players would actually go to competitive if they actually win something, if they actually be rewarded for their troubles and not just suffer through everything. But until then, we can only wait and see what Overwatch's next move is. Let's just hope it's a good one.